In this day and age of climate change, you'll hear a lot about carbon reduction, yet here I am suggesting it. I'm Anthony Chan, and it's time for Consider Carbon. Well, specifically a carbon fiber tripod. Before I get into that, let's talk about some of the tripods I owned in the past. This one right here, this is my first tripod. It's some $50 tier one I got on Amazon. I checked my order history, April 2013. So it's pretty old. It's a little bit bent in some places, but this one's still working. Surprisingly, I'm just gonna open it up here. The tripod I had before this, I don't have it anymore. It was some like $20 tripod my dad got out of a pawn shop. So here we are, nice, okay, $50 tier tripod. Oh, you can move the center column here up as well. This one's made out of aluminum, of course. You know, not a bad tripod. So if you look back on my channel and look at any videos taken after 2013, if it's stationary, chances are it was probably taken on this tripod right here. I don't have any big problems with it. It's got a ball head built in. Nothing wrong with the tripod, but after a while I started shooting some more expensive equipment, so I decided it was time for an upgrade. So that's the only reason why I don't use this tripod. So after all these years, this tripod's still functional. When I picked it up, the only thing I noticed was the leg, one of the legs, they would wobble freely, and that was easily solved by just getting an Allen key and turning the Allen key right here. So this tripod's good to go. You know, if you take good care of it, it'll probably last another 10 years or so. But anyways, not using this one anymore. September 2019 is when I bought this, my next tripod. This one's pretty good. It's made out of aluminum. It's only got 2 legs. Let me drop these. Nice, big, sturdy. Most of the videos that are stationary that I do inside the house is with this one right here. The particular reason I chose this model was because I found out that this is a standard issue tripod issued at one of the largest amusement parks in the state of Florida. You can guess which one. So this one's a lot of fun. And that goes pretty high too. And it's got, you know, some adjust right here. And of course, it also has its very popular proprietary quick release. Some of you who are already into photography and whatnot probably already know which one I'm talking about. You know, if you know, you know. So this one's great. Until you have to stick it inside or attach it to a small bag and go about 2 hours. After that, its size and weight and bulk really adds up. So, having dealt with that this year, actually, when I did an unusual move where I brought this tripod with me and realized, okay, it's sturdy. I got some of the sturdiest video as anyone else at that event, but this thing's pretty heavy. At that moment, I realized it was probably time for an upgrade. So behold, this little tiny thing right here. Yes, this little thing that's, when I close it, it's actually no more longer than my arm here. Behold, tiny carbon fiber made tripod. This thing's light. It's really light. Let me show you how light it is. I could do this. I'm holding it with my pointer finger, by the way. Look how light that is. I can hold it upside down too. Isn't that pretty light? And it's so small, it looks like it can fit inside a backpack. And actually, it can fit inside a backpack. I'll just open this. This is just a backpack I had nearby. I'll just drop that in. And we're ready to go to get some nice, unusually stable video. When it's time to go, we take it out. So it's got 4 legs. The downside is if you have to assemble this in a hurry, it'll slow you down. But now that I've actually used it myself, there's some places having a tripod is better than having no tripod at all. So this penalty of having 4 legs versus the other 2 or 3 on the other ones isn't actually a big of a deal now that I actually use it myself. So there you go, it's ready to go. Of course, you'll notice it doesn't have a center column. Oh wait, that particular one actually came included with a detachable center column. So let me go stick this in right here. You're just gonna turn it in, and then bam, ready to go. Oh wait, hold on, we're not even done yet. Hold on, I got one more move. Oh, there we go. So look at that. So I'm about 5'7" or so. That's good enough for me. Yeah, like I said, it's look how light it is. Still pretty light. I think on the official description it's no more than what 2 pounds or so, somewhere around there. No, it's crazy light. You can take it anywhere. So most recently this tripod came in handy. The most recent event I went to, I only brought this tripod to specifically take 2 group pictures, and one of those pictures was just a practice picture. Picture was of course going to be discarded. So in reality I actually carried this around just to take 1 picture. But hey, it was worth it, because sometimes you're at an event, you have a pretty good camera, you know, you want a good picture taken, and you don't want to run the risk of having to hand your camera over to someone. Hey, can you take my picture? Hey, can you take a picture of us? Can you take a picture of us? And hope they got the composition good and everything else, and hope they didn't like aim too high or too low or anything else, or just look like this, press the button or whatever. I had a speed light on that camera as well too, so that probably would have intimidated the good old strategy of just hoping a random stranger would come by and, oh, can you take my picture or whatever. So like a tripod, line everything up, set the camera on timer, stand in front, take a picture, you're good to go. One thing I also found particularly handy about this model is you see this little dangling clip here. This clip I found was actually pretty handy, because with the clip you can actually attach this particular model of tripod to all sorts of manner of places. So, for an example, as soon as I finish closing up these legs, I'll show you this clip. The last event I went to, you can even attach it to your belt. It's really compact, it won't get in the way too much. So here I go. So this is a clip, it clips open like this, it clips. So what I did was, I just attached it to the belt like this. I'll just hanging off the side of my pocket. See, look, tripod hanging off the side of my pocket, not even taking up that much space. It's not even that heavy. I can still walk, I can still do anything else. If I need a tripod, I can just take it off like this. Good to go. You can even attach it to a backpack as well, and that's exactly what I did. So here's an example. Let's say I wanted to attach it to the top of this backpack. I'll just clip it on this handle right here. There you go, it's sticking on top, ready to go. I could be going somewhere. Taking pictures, doing my business. If I need a tripod, just take it off, put it down, grab the clip here. This clip's a little bit tiny, so it takes some time to get out. Voila. Isn't this thing really light? It's crazy light. It's so light, you can even open this up and put it on your head. See, it's pretty light. It's not even 2 pounds. I could walk around like this. If I was doing like crowd video and I needed to be hands-free, I would just put a GoPro or something on top of this and just walk around like this, and I'll have some of the coolest looking walking around video. And if anyone asks, hey, why are you walking around with a tripod on top of your head? I'll just tell them because I couldn't afford a GoPro. But no, this thing's crazy light. You should totally consider it. So everything has a cost, right? So what's the downside? Obviously carbon fiber costs more than an aluminum model. Depending on the tripod maker, that could be like at least a $100 extra charger and whatnot. And if you're into photography, video and whatnot, you're spending a lot of money already on like lenses and gear and microphone and lighting equipment. So maybe you don't need that, or maybe you're not traveling a lot. Another thing to look out for, they're not as stable. So this is an aluminum tripod. It's heavier, right? Because it's heavy, it's more stable. It's not gonna tip around as much. Well, the carbon one's a lot lighter, but that comes at a cost. If you want maximum stability, maybe you have to be wary of that, because the carbon fiber is so light. And of course, this could be averted. If you have a bag, which I did this on my most recent event, if you got a bag, you can attach something to the hooks right here to weigh it down, like a backpack, which is actually what I did. I attached my backpack to that. That brought the stability up a little bit. So that's something you can also consider. There are some plus sides though. Because this is carbon, it's not going to rust. I mean, it might corrode if you use it a lot in certain ways, but rust is one less thing you have to worry about. At least for the main body here. This stuff's still made out of metal, of course. But yes, to sum it up, if you have the extra money, if you're going to be a person who's going to be doing a lot of walking, but you want some, the stability that a tripod gives you, consider going carbon. It might cost a little more, but it might benefit you at your event. Anyways, thank you for watching TAC0 Talk on Consider Carbon. I'm Anthony. Happy December 27th.